Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to take a quick look at two of my favorite stocks right now, and that's going to be Nvidia and AMD. Both of these are in the semiconductor industry. So on today's episode, what I want to do is take a quick look at price action, but also take a quick look at what some of the top CEOs are saying about the semiconductor shortage right now and my overall thoughts in the industry. If this is your first time here, my name is Najarro. I am a tech investor and I pretty much come with an electrical engineer background, so my favorite stocks tend to be in the semiconductor industry. Nvidia is my number one position. AMD is my number two, I believe, right now through pure gains. So these really move my portfolio, and they have definitely seen quite a sell-off right now with the overall market. At the end of this episode, I'm also going to share about one of my favorite earnings that is happening today and why I believe it's super important even if you don't own this company. So make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and on the pinned comment you will find 10 free stock picks right now that you can just get for free, so make sure to check that out. So AMD, as I am taking a quick look at today's episode, the stock is down about 4.98%. That's almost 5% down in the day. I believe this is probably one of the scariest days, or one of the reddest days for the semiconductor industry. So AMD, right, actually now it just hit 5%. It's down to $102 right now. We can see from its 52-week high, the stock is down about 13.5%. We're going to take a quick look at technicals and fundamentals in a bit. Next, we're going to take a quick look at Nvidia. Nvidia right now is not down as much, as down 3.4%, as I am recording this episode, still sitting over $200 with a market cap of 523, and we can see from its 52-week high, the stock has seen better days similar, but it's only down 8.4%. So we've all seen the chip shortage, right? It has been affecting everything from the automobile industry. If you're trying to buy a new graphics cards, you're most likely not getting one due to shortage. If you're trying to buy one of the new gaming consoles, shortage is also affecting that. Also, obviously, the demand and numerous other equipments, right? So we're seeing kind of a backlog, and I do believe this holiday season we're gonna probably see how bad things are, because I want to say there's probably gonna be a shortage of a lot of equipment. Another thing is not just a shortage, right? The huge demand as COVID kind of took play last year, and still right now, a huge increase in demand for laptops, for mobile devices, for mobile laptops, tablets, and sorts of stuff to help, for example, people work from home and kids kind of do more of the hybrid learning or in-house learning, right? So even though things are opening back up, I do believe the hybrid style for both the overall the work life and for the education life is going to continue. Do you want 10 free stock picks right now? Well, if you do, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with the Motley Fool to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. Go to fool.com/Jose to get your free 10 stock picks now. All right, so now let's take a quick look at what Lisa Su, the CEO of AMD, kind of believes with this overall shortage. She believes the shortage is likely to see better results by the end of next year. And the main reason for the shortage is, right, just a huge demand right now inflowing into these chip makers. And these chip makers can't pretty much keep up with that demand. Right, manufacturing capacity has hit high peaks. So what many of these companies have done, not ones that I mentioned, because they don't kind of create their own chips, they go with other outsourcing, but those outsourcers who kind of create their own chips, they kind of started creating new manufacturing plants to increase their overall capacity. Unfortunately, a new plant is, even though you might start building it, it takes multiple months to kind of build. And here Lisa Su says it takes about 18 to 24 months to put on a new plant, and in some cases even longer than that. She did mention that these investments were started perhaps about a year ago. So if they take about 18 to 24 months, we still got probably at least another 6 to 12 months before things get a little bit better. So by the end of next year, Lisa Su believes that there's going to be more improvements in the overall manufacturing side. But at the moment, it seems like there's still going to be a nice bottleneck in supplies, and we're definitely going to read that on the upcoming earnings for both AMD and Nvidia. We have another CEO, right? CEO Jim Farley, who is the CEO of Ford, mentioned on on Yahoo Finance Live that the flow of semiconductors has begun to improve. They do believe that conditions in the third quarter have been better, but he still acknowledges that the chip shortage will be an issue for the auto industry into 2022. Very similar to what Lisa Su says, that hey, next year we're still going to see some shortage, especially at the beginning of the year. So that's where the market is at, right? To me, I'm super bullish in the semiconductor industry, especially companies like AMD and Nvidia, right? Because I believe these are technologies that are continuing to advance and are continuing to help the overall technological advancement in the world in forms of artificial intelligence, machine learning, virtual reality, augmented reality. And I don't believe that's going to stop in the next few years. So I believe the growth in these companies are still there. I did mention that there is investors relations that or earnings coming out today, and that is September 28th of 2021, and that is Micron. Micron Technologies does their earnings today. And even though I don't have a position in MU, that's ticker MU, they do share a great insight on their presentation. I do believe earnings are going to come out. They do usually share a presentation, and usually page 4 or page 5, they show a little insight of what's happening in the market, in the gaming market, in the mobile market, in the PC market, the data center market, and then the automobile market. So I'm definitely going to take a quick look at their earnings. And I definitely suggest any investors that are in the tech market, especially in the semiconductor industry, to at least take 5 minutes to look at their earnings presentation. If you don't worry, I will be doing a video on that later tonight. So I want to take a quick look at fundamentals for two of these companies, Nvidia and AMD. These are my two favorite companies at the moment, right? These are my top two. I'm super bullish in the semiconductor. I have 5 tier 1 stocks. Nvidia and AMD are 2 of those 5. One thing, I'm taking a look at EV to EBITDA forward ratio for both these companies. And I do want to say, in forms of price valuations, I do think AMD, in forms of price, looks a little bit more attractive, right? Right now sitting at about 32.48. These are kind of values seen in late of 2020, or more like mid of 2020, right? I do want to say, in forms of where Nvidia has been in the past, right now seems to be a bit high. So for me, both of them are still more dollar cost averaging positions. Nothing really to load up the boat, in my opinion, right? I could be completely wrong. For me, these are more dollar cost averaging positions. If we take a quick look at technicals, right, Nvidia is not overextended from its short-term moving average, but a bit overextended from its medium and long-term moving average. Again, this just tells me, hey, Jose, dollar cost average is probably the best bet. Nvidia is AMD, I want to say, is probably the same. It's not overextended to the short term, a little bit overextended, not as much to its medium term, and super overextended to its long term. So again, this is just telling me, hey, Jose, if you really want to enter these positions right now, it's more of a dollar cost averaging opposed to going in super big. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's update and enjoy the rest of the day. So take care, guys. Have a good night and peace out.